What's going on, guys? It's your boy, John the Liquidator, coming back with another video. And it ain't looking good for Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky for their playoff journey, because Caitlin Clark and the Fever is officially out of reach from them. Guys, for this one here, we got to go up to Chicago. Let's get it. Let's go. Caitlin Clark has came in and dominated the entire WNBA ever since she pretty much pulled up on the scene. Her team is sitting real good, currently sitting in 6th place, and they're the hottest team in the entire WNBA. And I don't see them slowing down anytime soon. I believe Caitlin Clark and his Indiana Fever basketball team could beat any WNBA team in any given night. Now, I know there's another rookie everybody had high hopes for in leading their team to the playoffs, and a lot of people thought that she actually went to a better team. Well, that is Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky. And I'm telling you right now, it ain't looking good for them, especially with this whole playoff thing, and especially with them trying to make a run at the Indiana Fever, who's currently looking like Big Thanos over in the East Coast right now. And as for Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky playoff picture, oh man, it's being reported that WNBA playoffs are just around the corner, which 8 teams will be playing. That's a good question. There are 2 weeks left in the regular season as of right now, which ends September the 19th. The playoffs start September the 22nd, with 3-game series hosted by the top seeds. 7 of the league 12 teams already have clinched playoff spots, one including the Indiana Fever, led by superstar rookie Caitlin Clark, has already made their chance stamped, sealed, and delivered for the 2024 WNBA playoff. Now, I know it's a lot of WNBA fans that might not be familiar with how the WNBA playoff work. And that's what I'm going to break it down to you guys right now, because it's very different from the NBA, and it's pretty much different from college as well. Well, it's being reported that in the WNBA, which has just 12 teams, the top 8 go to the playoffs regardless of conference. Once all the spots are set, the top seed will play the top 8 seed in a 3-game series. The number 2 seed will play the number 7 seed. The first round is a 3-game series, with the first 2 games hosted by the higher seed. The semifinals and finals have 5-game series, with the higher seed hosting games 1, 2, and 5. So that is the playoff format for the WNBA for fans who might not have known that. Now, here's a look at the WNBA standings as of today. All the teams with the X by their name has already clinched the playoff spot. And as you guys can see, Chicago, Atlanta, Washington, Dallas, and Los Angeles all looking pretty shaky for us making it to the playoffs. Now, a lot of people was talking about Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky potentially catching Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, but as it's looking by these standards, they're completely out of reach. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever could lose every game after this one, here on out, and they still will be in the playoffs. As for Angel Reese, it ain't looking good, bruh. Some more information coming out about them as well, because it's being reported that the Chicago Sky has lost 7 in a row and is 2-8 in the past 10 games, while the team boosts 2 of the top rookies in the league in rebounding machine, Angel Reese, inside force, Camila Cardoso. The roster lacks a veteran guard who has big game experience. The team often look disjointed and without any offensive identity. First-year coach Teresa Witherspoon is known for her ability to motivate, but can she diagram plays that lead to Chicago buckets in must-score situations? Because as of right now, the Chicago Sky looking like they need a must-win situation to go to the playoffs, bruh. The Chicago Sky is clinging to the 8th spot with both hands. If there's a silver lining heading into the final stretch of the season, it's that 4 of Chicago's final 7 games are against the bottom third of the league. The Sky holds a slim 2-1 advantage over Atlanta this season, which the final matchup set for September 17th. That's a must-win game for the Sky. And I believe they ain't finna win. I don't believe the Chicago Sky finna win any more damn basketball games. I believe it is over for them. As of right now, they need to focus on going back to the draft, rebuilding this team, and getting them a bona fide point guard. Now, moving on to another story. A lot of people have been rallying all season, ever since the All-Star game, for Cheryl Miller to actually become the coach of the Fever. Now, as of right now, Christy Sides currently got Coach of the Month. She hotter than fish grease. They winning a whole lot of games. I don't see it happening anytime soon. Plus, Lynn Dunn said that she's rocking out with Christy Sides for the foreseeable future. But that is not stopping Cheryl Miller from speaking her mind about Caitlin Clark and her impact. Because we know a lot of WNBA veterans always want to say, what about the old people? What about the people who came before them? Well, Caitlin Clark is actually helping shed light on a lot of these veteran players because she's breaking all their damn records. And trust me, when nobody know who none of these ladies was, if Caitlin Clark did not break their damn record. Can we all agree on that? Now, with all that being said, Cheryl Miller sat down with Mark Jackson and kept it all the way 100. With all that being said, let's roll the footage.
The spotlight is now enhanced, and give these women credit. They have certainly elevated the game, but there are some truly, truly great players that could play today that played yesterday.
And you know what? And I love the way that you said piggyback, because in no way, shape, or form am I not appreciative of where the game is at and the exposure, because we get exposure. Everybody forgot Lynette Woodard until Caitlin Clark broke her scoring record. You know, or it's things like that. So it's not, I don't think players like myself and Ann Myers, Nancy Lieberman, Ann Donovan, you know, rest in peace. And I could go on, Teresa Edwards, Katrina McLean, Lisa Leslie, Cynthia Cooper, you know, I mean, you're talking about, you know, someone that deserves all of her flowers and then some. So it's a long line and long history of great players, but people need to remember, when I played and before me, there was no three-point line. So had there been a three-point line, who's to say where that record would be?
Now, that's Cheryl Miller standing on business about the three-point record that's currently in the WNBA, because we all know when the WNBA first got started, there was no three-point line. Now, we know who her brother is. If y'all don't know who her brother is, he's arguably one of the greatest shooters of all time at the three-point. That is Reggie Miller. Now, with they had a three-point line back in the days. Her brother being Reggie Miller, they both share the same DNA. Bro, I'm telling you right now, she would have been lighting it up from three. It's in her bloodline. Cheryl Miller probably would have been like the modern-day Steph Curry back in the days, bro. But definitely get down in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bells on, because you know what? I'm going to bring you the news. Like always, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out.
Shake the haters.